funny you say that because I've had this thought recently, especially after guys like Cristiano Ronaldo and Tom Brady, who are both considered GOATs of their respective sports. Mm-hmm. Both of them play football. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They've both launched YouTube channels, and they are doing numbers that we will never do, ever. You and I will never do numbers like that, ever. And that's okay. But as far as their stature for what they've done in the game, they're somewhat underwhelming. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
As far as viewership goes, or the videos?
No, the videos are incredibly well produced. Incredibly well produced. Mm-hmm. But I think the thirst for that kind of content from the people that prop them up during their careers, and Cristiano Ronaldo is still playing, I think it kind of, I don't want to say overshadows, I don't want to say sullies, it just kind of, it makes it awkward a little bit.
Why is that?
Well, Tom Brady, the GOAT, guy's got more rings than the legend of the whatever. Pick whatever. I had 20 different jokes that I could have thrown in there, and I couldn't give you a decent one. Okay. But he's the GOAT. There's no doubt he's the greatest. He's the most winning quarterback of all time. He's the most winning football player of all time. But people don't necessarily want to see what he does outside of that. You know, there's a good portion of people, but there are people sitting in their basement that are getting way more views. Mm-hmm. And I wonder sometimes, does that maybe I don't think it takes away from what he did on the football field.
Well, it takes away some mystery.
Right. Yeah, kind of.
Like you think of celebrities like Kurt Cobain. I know he's one that comes to mind because I really enjoyed his music. But I think one of the reasons why people like him so much is, A, because he killed himself early, so you didn't get the peak of Kurt Cobain.
Did he?
Conspiracy theory. Let us know in the comment section below. Yeah. But you didn't get the peak of Kurt Cobain. But also, he was very mysterious because you never saw a lot of him. You saw a couple of interviews here and there. There's probably, 5, maybe 7 good interviews with him. The rest we don't know, so we're curious to learn more.
Well, it begs the old question, is it better to burn out or to fade away, as Neil Young said?
That's very true.
Right.
But with Tom, when you give everybody everything, it's like, well, there's nothing really else to see.
Right.
And I think, too, because YouTube is a place where overproduction, I don't think, does well. Like, people love the unfiltered, the lack of production, the fact that, like when I'm making my YouTube videos, I film them, I edit them, I star in them. It's all produced by myself, and there's no, team. But when you have these massive film teams that are producing this stuff for Tom Brady, it lacks that personal touch that YouTube is known for, right? Mm. And I think that's why it doesn't hit at home.
I Am Georgina, who is Cristiano Ronaldo's partner, she does massive, she does more numbers than he does. Mm. And it kind of lends to that conversation we had last week about Cashmere.
I love how you keep calling him Cashmere, like the sweater.
Right.
Casimir,
thank you. It kind of lends to that, where I think a lot of, not all, but a lot of professional hockey spouses will try and use that as a platform. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it goes extremely well. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it does not go nearly as well. And here's a situation where you got 2 guys whose careers went extremely well. One's still doing very well. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to see you in that realm. I love seeing you in that one. But this one, it's okay.
You have very few like Pat McAfee who can make that transition and do so well.
Well, look, nobody knew who Pat McAfee was until he started doing the show. It's like, oh, you were a kicker?
Well,
cool.
Do you think that's part of the magic, though? Because even though he was an NFL kicker, we have no idea who he was. He's just some guy that played in the NFL. Oh, but he's a great podcaster. Now he also played in the NFL.
Well, that's kind of the allure of you, is that it gives you that extra credibility. Were you an NHL star? No. No. But you know what? You went out and you did the grind of semi-pro hockey, and that gives you some credibility to be
minor pro hockey,
but it gives you some credibility on speaking on the said topic. So you will make a bigger name for yourself behind this microphone than you ever did in the cage.
Of course.
Right? But you're able to have conversations about that because of what you did. When it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo and Tom Brady, and I'm just using those as examples, they should have...
Sorry to interrupt you. I think you're missing one part, though. When you watch my videos, or maybe Casimir, I don't think he responds to many messages, but you have the ability, or at least the perception, that you can be in touch with him. Like, you can watch the video on your phone. Casimir is here. I get to bridge that from my eyes to the phone through the Instagram message and feel like I know him. It's that personal touch of, well, you're my personal friend, and if you're my personal friend, I care about you. I become more invested. I'm not invested in Tom Brady because A, I don't know him, B, I'm never going to meet him, And does he care about me? Probably not. He doesn't even know who I am.
Well, like, it's very rare that you have, I mean, in acting, they call it the EGOT. You get the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, the Tony, where you're able to cross many boundaries under that umbrella and be successful in all of them. And it's very rare. And a guy like John Madden, one of the greatest coaches of all time, and also one of the greatest broadcasters of all time. It's rare, right? John Gruden had that opportunity. Unfortunately, got shot by an errant bullet and shot by himself into his own foot, where he was also a great announcer. Tony Romo, average quarterback, maybe above average, fantastic announcer. Will he be as good without Jim Nantz? I don't know. There's a lot of great examples of that. A lot of guys who are doing color commentary, and it's like a revolving door. They're just trying to find the right guy to fit in there. And more often than not, it's not the big name that played. Sometimes it's that third or fourth line, like Biz.
Yeah, I was
Biz
just gonna
is
say.
a great example. He is a wonderful broadcaster.
Hey,
Like,
if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. We do a new podcast every single Sunday during the season called Sling the Biscuit. It is a non-mainstream hockey podcast, so we talk about my hockey career, the minor pros, Spain, the Fed, you name it, all the stuff that you won't hear in the mainstream news,
Music,
pop culture.
politics, a little bit.
Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.